Hi, this is Trevor from development team, and I'm with Isabel.
Hello. Today we're going to cover sequences, and as you can see we've opened up the sequencer here, and today we really want to tell you some of the unique features of the sequencer that you just won't see anywhere else and how it differs from other sequencers. So first off, I think we want to start with telling you about the view of the sequencer in Stage Looper.
View is unique because this is first visually musical sequencer view compared to another sequencer like Ableton Live, Reason, Logic Pro, or whatever, because they are made for a studio environment, but this sequencer is for live music.
We like to think that Stage Looper is more where your music is sequenced instead of a sequencer in itself. If we have a little look at other sequencers, say Ableton Live, Reason, Logic Pro, we can see that they use this left to right design, which is really great for the studio but not at all designed for the stage. Now we know some DJs do use it, but of course DJs can get away with using a computer on the scene but most performers can't do that. So we've designed Stage Looper sequencer in a vertical design. We've done this for a number of reasons, but mainly because this is how musicians see, write, annotate their own music, and so therefore it makes sense that when they're performing we would use a similar kind of design. So you see the same kind of things that you would see written when you're creating music, like intro and verse and chorus, and all of the pattern preset definitions reflect this. We've literally made it as simple as it can possibly be, because we know that when you're on stage you need to just see the most important information. So we can see the samples, we can see the pattern names, and we can also see the symbols that are telling us what it does. So the intro is on an infinite loop here. The instrumental just after it is loopable, and we're expecting that to loop 2 times, and so on and so on. Now obviously we can override some of these functions or the loopability depending on what we've predefined them as in our create modes.
Yeah, you said well. So visually unique, functionality is unique also. Sequencer is working like pre-sequencer.
Sequenced but not sequencer. If you think about it in comparison to other sequences are kind of restrictive in a way, because they force you to stay in line with what you've already pre-decided in the studio. You can't really loop or have the same kind of loopability function as you do with Stage Looper, and that's why we've designed it like this. So this is more like a template of how you're going to play on stage. This is how you've pre-imagined that you're going to want to play your music.
Pre-structured,
pre-sequenced, but we've allowed for variability within that when you play. So as you'll see when we press on one of the samples that we go into kind of play mode.
Yeah, song is ready, and action button becoming to play. I'm pressing.
Now as you'll see at the top of the screen we've got a little yellow, a couple of icons that highlight as yellow depending on where you are. So this is basically the status bar. So at the moment the loop is highlighted as yellow, and this means that we are looping. And if we press the Act button, the other icon, the play icon, which is kind of a continue icon, is telling us that we are going to continue. And we've made these icons quite big so that when you're playing you can see this. Often it's quite dark on a stage, so we've made it so you can see them very clearly and you know where you are and you know what's going to happen. Again, with all of the icons, they're quite visually. So pretty much in Stage Looper your patterns will literally just play through as you have predefined them.
Like a sequencer.
Like a sequencer, but the Act button allows you to override some of these functions, which is your loopability. So here we are looping twice and we're on the last loop, but if we press Act, we're infinitely looping now. So we've overridden the predefined loopability of this one, and this will continue to keep looping until we press Act again. just in time.
Just in time.
And it goes on to the next bit. Now, if we want to, we can skip certain bits and go back into the song as well. So here, it looks like the solo is going to go to the chorus. But say I don't want to go to the chorus and I want to go to the next solo. I can just select it like that and it will go straight
skip the second verse and we make the song short because this song didn't work on the stage. For example, audience is not following us. We make the short version. So for demonstration, I'm passing through the last part of the song, final. It's not the official end of the song, but it is there, like end pattern. So when song is finished, it is ready to skip the next song, jump to into the next song. Song finished, and act button is ready for jumping to the next song. We see on the top, do you see? On the left, actual status, which is stop. On the right, we see the next song icon.
Exactly.
I'm pressing on act. Up. Second song is ready. Zero loading time, because all songs are sequenced also.
So if we press play, we go straight into the next song. And this is infinite looping, so this is set up as you would expect. So and
then when I'm ready, I just play on the act button and song is going on.
So how about if I want to go back into a song? Like how I could skip forward, I can also skip backwards, either in the same song or into another song. So here I want to go back into One Life, and I can maybe click here to the solo.
Okay.
So it still plays in the second song.
I have to. It's in the loop mode. It's in infinite loop mode. I have to play. I have to switch to the play mode. Up.
Ah, that's a bit fancy, that, isn't it? So in fact, this kind of works backwards, forwards, and backwards.
Yeah.
And it's completely adaptable to how you feel live on stage.
You can jump from a chorus to another song's chorus. You can do a medley. Everything's controllable by one button. I'm using a normal Bluetooth keyboard connected to iPhone, and I'm using with my food. It is working. I like a food switch. It's very useful.
So in summary, the sequencer has unique view and unique functions.
In the music industry
For the first time.
Finally, I think it will save the life of many musicians on the stage.
We'll show you some more features in the next video.